Complex pin-retained amalgam restoration. In this exercise, the existing temporary material, RMGI, will be removed using a 556 burr. Previously placed die-cal, Vitribond, and RMGI on the deepest portion of the pulpal floor will not be removed to protect the pulp. After the removal of the temporary, it is assumed that the distal lingual cusp has a gross amount of caries and needs to be completely removed. .556 or a diamond burr can be used to remove the cusp, level the area to the pulpal floor. .244-245 burr is used to extend the distal interproximal gingival floor to the distal lingual area. A hatchet can be used to further smooth the gingival floor. Clean and evaluate the preparation. Locate the DEJ at the distal lingual line angle. Measure 1 mm inside the DEJ. This is where the pin will be placed. Before placing the pin, a cove, 0.5 mm away from the pin, should be designed to allow access for condensing amalgam around the pin. 329-330 burr can be used to prepare the cove. There should be adequate space around the full circumference of the pin for amalgam condensation, 0.5 mm. Use a small burr, quarter round, eighth round, to place an indentation, pilot hole, where the pin will be placed. This will ensure that the tip of the drill will not slip and cut the dentin surface. In this exercise, a self-threading pin, minim, with its matching drill will be used. The drill is placed on a slow handpiece and a dentinal channel is prepared parallel to the nearest external tooth surface. Apply pressure in one continuous motion. No lateral movements, no stop and go. The channel should be located 1 mm inside the DEJ and must be placed 2 mm deep to dentin. A shoulder design on the pin will prevent the end of it from putting stress on dentin. The pin is placed on a slow handpiece and oriented parallel to the previously cut dentinal channel for optimal insertion. The pin is engineered with a perforation to automatically break at the ideal depth, 2 mm indented. Use a forceps to check the tightness of the pin. The pin needs to be secure indented. Pin should be 2 mm indented. Length of pin above pulpal floor should be 2 mm. Pin should be covered by 2 mm of amalgam. AdPer Scotch Bond Multipurpose Plus adhesive system is used to bond amalgam. Please take a few minutes to read over the instructions when using any adhesive system. This system consists of 1. Etchant, 2. Activator primer, and 3. Adhesive catalyst. Etchant is applied to enamel indentin for 15 seconds. Rinse with water and gently dry with air. Do not desiccate. Mix 1 drop each of activator and primer. Apply this to etched enamel and dentin. Wait for 15 seconds. Dry gently for 5 seconds. Mix 1 drop each of adhesive and catalyst. Apply this to primed enamel and dentin. Thin the mixture with a brush tip or air. Note, do not apply this mixture to the pin. After mixing amalgam for 10 seconds and loading both sides of the amalgam carrier with amalgam, insert small increments of amalgam around the pin. Use a Markley condenser to condense amalgam around the pin. Continue adding and condensing increments of amalgam. Condense toward all the internal line and point angles. Overpack the amalgam beyond the margins. Rest the tip of the Explorer against the matrix and remove excess amalgam from the matrix band. This will define the marginal ridge, the distal lingual cusp, and the occlusal embrasure of the restoration. Use a carver, anatomical cleoid discoid, to place the initial central and secondary grooves. Place a carver, Hollenbeck cleoid, along the cable surface margin to remove excess amalgam. Periodically, clean the tooth surface with a microbrush for better visual access. As more excess amalgam is removed, refinement of the central and secondary grooves will be needed. Cleoid carver can be used to create the mesial distal pits and triangular fossae. Discoid carver is used to round off the marginal ridges. Once the amalgam is semi-set, the dental wedges and matrix band are removed. A carver is used to shape the distolingual cusp. A discoid can be used to round off the mesial distal marginal ridges. The adjacent marginal ridges can be used as a guide to restore the height of the marginal ridges of the restoration. Continue carving until appropriate anatomy is achieved. Use a burnisher to achieve better marginal adaptation. Check for marginal adaptation by running the explorer tip from enamel to amalgam and from amalgam to enamel over all the cavus surface margins.